The focus of Business at Breakfast since 2017 has been on introducing our members to 500 other people through inviting visitors to our meetings with the aim of growing each and every member's personal network. Now, for those who've been out and about the last year or so, you'll know that I have never made it to 500 at Business at Breakfast yet. I've made it to 350 twice. Last year we got, let's say, 225. It's still larger than most groups by the end of the year. This year, so after all these years, I haven't quite made it to 500, although collectively over the years, I've done over 750 people across all the years. So definitely over that. So I've done way more across the years. But it's really about this. Actually, let's jump into the educational snippet. Every person gets a chance to do the educational snippet. Normally I just pick someone off in the course of the day, but I had someone, I spoke yesterday at Toastmasters, and I had Jeff Sheehan say, could you do that at Business at Breakfast? So I did it the early one. I'll do it here because it's kind of relevant, right? Let's talk about goals, right? The goal of Business at Breakfast is to get 500 people out to Business at Breakfast in 1 year across all the meetings. Now, the goal isn't wrong just because I haven't reached 500. I can't change the goalpost just because I haven't made 500. What the goal does is it tells me that I am working hard but not in the right direction. So I need to change something ever so slightly. So initially, 500 people to Business at Breakfast, we used to be face-to-face. When we went online, we changed the meeting time to get more people out from 7 until 10. Anne would have remembered those days. From 7 till 10. Then we ended up with 2 meetings. So we got double the opportunity to get people out. So still working hard, just in a slightly different angle each time. So this year I've decided to use my sales wall, and I tilt my screen so you can see it, my sales wall as the way to do it. So in the background, this is my sales wall, right? The pink tickets are those who have done the Slide Edge sales class, $11. So Slide Edge sales class, that I do want at 500 by the end of the year, but that's what I'm always working on, 500 for that one there. So you can see there's a few that have been in there. The green and the purple tickets are the ones who are in my group sales classes. In any 1 year, I've always wanted 500 at group sales class. That's what I work on. I've had it up to 110, not made 500. Doesn't mean my target is wrong. It just means I'm clearly doing multiple things all at once and forgotten the point of what it was I was supposed to be doing, which is get people in the sales class. But I'm also using the wall now for Business at Breakfast. So the blue tickets are Business at Breakfast. The way I see it is maybe we haven't reached 500 because we all can't see it. And if we can see it, we can head towards it as well. So I think all of you probably ended up with a picture of my wall this week that said, we're working on 500, you'll go on my wall if I can get you to just 1 meeting. I had a bunch of people say, I'll get there this year, just not this week. And then I've had lots of new people, like lots more people come out this week, different ones come out this week. So the goal is by the end of the year, that tree should be completely covered in blue flowers. That's what we're working on. Now the question becomes, just think about it in your head. What would you do? I wonder what you could achieve if you knew 500 people. Or I wonder what you could achieve if 500 people knew you. And really, that's what it's all about. That's the secret to 500 people. It's not about you meeting everyone. It's about them meeting you. But individually, in your effort, in them all meeting you, you get to meet them as well. So that's my tip. Don't change the goalpost just because you haven't reached it yet. Just keep finding a new way to get there. Does anyone watch the movies by any chance? Go to movies or like movies? I love movies. There was one I just watched here. It came out at New Year's everywhere else, but it just was at Chinchilla last week. It was called Next Goal Wins. Did anyone hear of that one? Okay.
Was it good, was it? I was wanting to see that.
It was a soccer one, very good, and it's based on a true story about the American Samoan soccer team who in 2001 or something lost to Australia in the biggest defeat that soccer has ever seen, 31-0. So for about 10 or 15 years later or 20 years, I don't know what year the update was. I think it was about 15 years later, some English lad who was in trouble in soccer, he was allowed to coach this Samoan team, and the president of the soccer club said, we just want one goal. We're just after one goal. We don't have to even win. We just want to kick a goal because it's never happened. And so then that was it. So they didn't have to win, they just needed one goal. So hence, next goal wins. So it was a really good story. But the point is, in soccer, just because they've never kicked a goal in 15 years and they got defeated 31-0 didn't mean that they weren't working hard. Discover in the movie, and it's not a giveaway, like it's not a spoiler or anything, but you do discover in the movie that the original goalie, he wasn't a bad goalie. He stopped over 61 goals going in. He just happened to miss the other 31. So it was just that Australia had the opportunity to kick like 92 times. So he wasn't bad. He was actually very, very good. So it was just, defeated a different way. But it didn't make the goal post in the wrong space. You don't have to, for Australia, put it 4 ovals down so that then, the Samoan team had a better go at winning. You had to leave it where it was, and they had to learn to do better with what they were given, with the goal post they were given. All right.